Momma Cuisine is about making great everyday meals with simple ingredients and basic cooking techniques, and I want to show you how. Now tell me that this doesn't look like a meal you would find in a restaurant. This show also highlights restaurants, foodies, artisans, and events to help me in my quest in making great everyday meals. So come join me. I'm Johanna Cook of Momma Cuisine. Momma Cuisine is a proud sponsor of the Good Food Festivals coming to Chicago from March 15th through 17th. For more information, visit www.goodfoodfestivals.com. Welcome to another episode of Momma Cuisine. I am Johanna Cook, and this weekend is St. Patrick's Day. So today I'm making a green menu. First, we're going to start out with a homemade Kiwi Sorbet, and next is a pea and walnut pesto with pasta and a little bit of pancetta. So the first thing we're going to start out with right now is the Kiwi Sorbet. I have here 10 kiwis that I have already taken out of its skin, and I'm going to show you just a super simple way to have at it with this thing instead of going crazy trying to peel its furry little skin. You just cut it in half. Just with a regular spoon, scoop out the insides with your spoon. And that is so simple. And I've seen people trying to peel the skin with a knife and it's slipping all over the place. This is just the easiest way to get the meat out of its furry little skin. Here's the other half. Like I said, I already did all of the kiwis. Let's take this out. And I made simple syrup. Now, simple syrup is just exactly what it's called. Simple syrup, very simple to do. It's just equal parts sugar and water. So what I did for this recipe is half a cup of sugar and half a cup of water. Now, it depends on how sweet your fruits are. You can add a little bit more or a little bit less, but I think always half a cup is a good starting point. Just put that lid on tightly, and we are going to just let it do its thing, and that should be good, perfect. Now you could do it a little bit more if you'd like. I kind of like it kind of chunky. I have my ice cream machine here. Then you just follow your maker's instructions because everyone might be a little bit different. Everyone's is a little bit different. So you just put in your ice cream machine, your kiwi puree in there. Take a lemon. We want 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. You're gonna put the lid on. Like I said, just follow the instructions on your particular ice cream maker. Lock it in place. And let's see if this works for us. And you let it go for at least 20 minutes, okay? So there's ice in here, water, follow my manufacturer's instructions. We let it go for 20 minutes with the kind of consistency that you like. And you just let that go, all right? So we're gonna clean this up here and we'll move on and I'll show you how to make so simply made pea and walnut pesto. So now to make this pesto, again, keeping with our green theme for St. Patrick's, I have here just a simple food processor. I have 2 cups of peas. These were actually frozen peas, I just defrosted them. And I have here 1 cup of walnuts and 4 cloves of garlic, which that's what we're gonna start off with here. A little Parmesan cheese and olive oil. Not that many ingredients to start off with. First, we have these walnuts. I'm gonna kind of roughly chop it because they're so big. I just want it to be easier in the food processor. So just roughly chop your walnuts. 1 cup. Okay. Roughly chop them. The way my thing works is, let me make sure I know how to use this. I know I'm not the only one that has issues with a food processor. I actually needed my sister who's an engineer, to help me put this thing together. So let's see if it works for us, okay? So we're just gonna pulse it first. Get those walnuts working. Just keep pulsing it, because it's gonna turn and start chopping the walnuts into fine pieces. So now you see already that the walnuts have broken down to smaller pieces. Now comes the green part, which is the peas. Put the 2 cups thawed peas. I actually already have the pasta. I have linguine pasta, 1 pound, working in there. I'm gonna check it out right now. Remember, every time you put anything in hot water, even if it's vegetables, pasta, always make sure that your pasta water has some salt, because that also puts in some flavor. So what we're gonna do with the peas, same thing, we're gonna pulse it a little bit, that the peas and all the walnuts get together and make friends with each other in there. Okay. Now what's going to happen is it's going to start sticking to the sides of your processor. So you kind of want to open it up and work it in. At this point, I'm going to add a little bit of salt, about 1 teaspoon. Okay, about 1 teaspoon of salt. And a little fresh cracked pepper. So yummy. And just a little bit of lemon juice. Maybe 1 teaspoon of freshly squeezed orange juice, just to brighten the flavors up. Do this again. I kind of scraped it off the sides. Then we're gonna drizzle in here as it's going. And what you wanna do is just drizzle it slowly, okay? Just kind of let it stream down slowly as the processor is on. Fantastic. So you just see, I hope you can see that super green, bright color. I'm going to scrape it down one more time. The olive oil has got it working. We're going to add 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. So it's anywhere from 3/4 cup to a cup. And you just kind of got to see, sometimes it's the water content in the peas as well. That'll help you decide whether you need to add a little bit more olive oil or not. And I think I may need to add a tiny bit more olive oil. See here, get this back together. Let's pulse it. And that's how you make pesto. This kind of pesto anyway, with walnuts and peas. It really only takes a few simple ingredients. Traditionally, it's made with basil and pine nuts. Parsley also. Let's give it a try. So like I said, for this recipe for pea and walnut pasta with pancetta, lots of peas, we're gonna use some pancetta. It's nice to give it a contrast of the salty as well with the sweet peas, and just a nice, make it a little bit heartier. For this recipe, for a pound of pasta, you'll need 8 ounces of pancetta cubes. So you take your knife, and we're gonna put it in a frying pan, get them all crispy. Oops. Get them all crispy and then add them to our pasta with a pea and walnut pesto. So let's see my pan here. Fry them up with just a little bit of olive oil to get it going. pancetta is done getting crispy, and I took the linguine out of the water. I actually put a little bit of the pasta water in here. Now we have the pesto that we made, and the pasta that I said I just took out of the water. Oh, you can just smell that garlic. It smells so good with the Parmesan cheese. And you want to hang on to the bottom of this so that your blade doesn't slide down. For our green menu. Look how nice and bright green the peas are. And really having a little bit of that lemon helps to brighten this up. Let's get our spoon in there to get it working. And we're just gonna work this in. Work this in your pasta. Make sure everything gets coated. At this point, I'm probably gonna add just a half a ladle of this pasta water, just to keep this pesto moving in our pasta. And it's a nice trick that I learned a while back in helping to get this. Always keep a little bit of pasta water just in case you need it. Oh, and look at that. And once the pesto hits the warm pasta, the cheese starts to melt. Oh, it looks so yummy. We're gonna add a little bit. We're gonna add some of this crisped up pancetta. So we have our Kiwi Sorbet. In keeping with our green theme for St. Patrick, just gonna scoop it. That's hard because it's not an ice cream, it's a sorbet, so it's quite icy. So really, I'm just gonna forfeit that and use a fork. Ice it in. Oh, it's so yummy. And you saw how easy it is to make sorbets at home. So why buy it if you could make it with fresh fruit for your kids? You could do pineapple. You could even make it gourmet. Why not grill the pineapple first and then blend it with a little bit? So you have grilled pineapple sorbet. You could do so many things. And customize it and use what's in season. Use your favorite fruits. Oh, that looks good. That looks good to me. Get ourselves a little spoon. Spoon here. And there you go. Our green menu for St. Patrick's Day. Thank you so much. I hope that you try any of these recipes today. Let me know how you liked it and how it turned out. If you want to see any more recipes, please log on to mommacuisine.com and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and I will see you next Friday. Thank you so much.